Hey, it's George from DinosaurGeorge.com. I thought I would come outside and get out of my office. It's such a nice day out here. Okay, let's get started. This is from Aneesh from Delhi, India. Aneesh, nice to have you with us. Aneesh says, who will be the winner in a fight between a terror bird and a Gastornis? Well, Gastornis is actually part of the group we call terror birds. Terror birds are animals like, let's see, there's Diatryma, there's Force racois, there's Androgolornis, there's Titanus walleri. These are all members of those giant meat-eating birds. Of all of those birds, I believe Titanus is the biggest, but I don't know if Titanus is really as much of a predator as, say, a dinosaur like Diatryma or one of those guys. So I would guess that if somebody was going to fight Gastornis, maybe Diatryma would have the best possibility, the best chance of winning in that fight. But anyway, thank you so much for writing to me, Aneesh. I think you might be one of the first people to write from Delhi, India. Okay, let's see. Louie from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania said, who would win in a brawl? I like the word brawl. Between Liopleurodon and Megalodon. And he says, I'd also like some info like bite pressure, size, weight, etc. Okay, Louie, one of the difficulties about Liopleurodon is that not that much is known about it because it's a relatively rare creature. So we don't have a full skeleton. Megalodon, on the other hand, we know a lot about Megalodon because we have modern great white sharks as a good thing to kind of base our ideas about him on. So we know Megalodon was certainly going to be a top predator. It probably reached sizes of 45, some people predict 65 feet, weighing maybe 50 tons. It is a big time bad dude, and obviously that mouthful of teeth makes him certainly one of the top predators in the ocean of his time. Liopleurodon on the other side, we don't really know how big he is. Estimates range between 30 and maybe 50, maybe 60 feet. But I would say that if these two creatures ever came in contact with each other, which they didn't because they lived at two different times, but if they did, I think Megalodon would have two advantages. One being his ability to turn much easier, turn that body much easier, because he doesn't have a rigid bone structure skeleton like Liopleurodon. Therefore, he can twist and bend a little easier. But his main advantage is the fact that he doesn't have to come up for air. He doesn't have to break off the fight and go up to gulp some air. Whereas Liopleurodon, when he's running out of air, he's got to go up and get air, and that's the time that he's completely and absolutely at the mercy of a Meg. So in my opinion, I think Megalodon would win. Okay, Jamie from Congleton, Cheshire, England. Boy, I'd love to come to England, Jamie, and visit you guys over there. Dear Dinosaur George, please can you tell me what made you want to be a paleontologist, and what were the first dinosaur species you dug up? Best wishes, Jamie. Well, Jamie, best wishes to you as well, and to your family, and to everybody overseas there in England, and pretty much all over the world for that matter. You know, I was one of those kids that never grew out of my love of dinosaurs. It's something that I absolutely loved, and I never lost that passion for them, even as I got older. So there wasn't really a moment I could think of. Now, there certainly was a moment once when I was a little kid. I got lost in the Smithsonian Institute because my family wanted to leave the dinosaur section and I didn't. So I turned around and took off running to go back to look at the dinosaurs, and I got lost. So I think I was 4 at the time, so my mom said, okay, I think this kid is going to absolutely go crazy over dinosaurs for the rest of his life, and she was right. The number of species that I've dug up, wow, a lot. Now, keep in mind, these are not complete skeletons. These are just parts. But I found ankylosaurs, I found stegosaur material, sauropods, lots of hadrosaurs, tyrannosaur material, allosaurus, dromaeosaurus, maybe Deinonychus, who else? Thescelosaurus, triceratops, pachycephalosaurs. Wow, there's a lot of critters. I've found pieces and parts to a lot of those guys. Okay. Josh from Denver, Colorado says, I have recently started watching the Walking with Dinosaurs set of programs that were produced by the BBC. I like those shows. The series follows known animal existence in 3 groups, from pre-dinosaurs to early humans, with dinosaurs and post-dinosaur mammals in between. One of the accomplishments of this program is that it really puts into perspective how many different species have lived on the planet. And this is precisely what my question pertains to. First question is, how many different ecosystems of dinosaurs and other living creatures at the time would have probably existed at any given time? Wow. Josh, let me tell you something. This is a very, very tough question. one of the difficulties is we don't know everything that was alive back then because we've never found all the skeletons. I would say that life during any given time on this planet would have been as diverse as life is today. And think about that for a minute. Think about the life in the sea. Think about the life in the Amazon rainforest. Think about the life that exists in Africa, in Asia, in Europe, in Antarctica for that matter. There are so many different ecosystems today that today gives us a window into the past. So I would say that over the history of Earth, if you look at everything, there are probably tens of trillions, that's with a T, tens of trillions of different kinds of creatures. And in my opinion, there would have been so many different ecosystems, it would have been nearly impossible for us to even imagine or guess. Okay, and finally, Alex from Manchester, England. Alex, it's always good to hear from you. I enjoy hearing from you. He says, what is the name of the species of iguanodon that lived in France in the late Cretaceous period? Wow. That iguanodon, geez, what was his name? That iguanodon was Burness and Tarsus? I don't know. It's Burnesti something or other. I do not know the species name, but it is the most recognized iguanodon in Europe. Burness artensis. Burness artensis, I think is his name. You'll have to go online and look at it, Alex. I can't remember to save my life. But I know that it's the most common one. All right, everybody, listen, that's it for this time. I've enjoyed getting out of my studio and getting out here out to the on the open. It's kind of nice. It's really nice today. The temperature out here sits at about 50. So in Texas, that means it's the most deadly dead of winter. But it's nice. All right, until next time, if you have questions, go to my website, dinosaurgeorge.com. Click on the Ask Dinosaur George page, fill out the form and send it to me, and I will do my best to answer it. But keep in mind, I get thousands of these every month, and some I just can't answer. So take care, everybody. Take care of yourself. And for you young people out there, you know the rules. Practice your reading, and everybody practice your manners. And I will see you all again soon. Take care.